Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and I'm here with top 10 cheapies for fall. It's almost done with fall, but I just want you to know my fall list and my winter list are really a stone's throw away from each other. So this should be just as applicable in the winter. I think I've done reviews on most of these, maybe not 1, 2, 3, 4, which I guess I'll save to the end, but whatever. I think you'll be fine either way. All right, let's go ahead and start with this one just because it's like a classic and I just feel like it's super easy to wear, from the house of Mont Blanc, and it is a very versatile one, but I do wear it more in the cooler weather. It's Mont Blanc Legend EDP. Woody with just the right amount of leatheriness. It's a really nice fragrance, and this is one that gets compliments every time. It smells so good, and whenever I don't know what to wear when it's a little bit cooler out, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna reach for this, especially when I reach for a designer fragrance. But I mean, if you've tried this, you already know, like, it is a compliment getter. 6 hours into it, it's a compliment getter. It just smells so good. Woody, leather, it's got a freshness to it. Super easy to wear, not gonna drone on too much longer. Next. All right, so this is the review I did, the most recent, from the house of John Varvatos, which is a house I honestly really love. It's JVXNJ Crimson. I already told you guys, this is what I'm wearing really the most lately. It's nice, it's got coffee, it's boozy, it's sweet, it's got a touch of freshness to it. Watch my review on this one. This is like probably one of my most impressive cheapies. It's really cheap. You can get it at under $30 for a tester, like the big bottle like this, 4.2. Oh, it's so good and it's so sexy, and I feel like I always get compliments every time I wear it. Just a killer for fall. People say it doesn't last that long, but honestly, I get more than enough, and like I get compliments several hours after spraying it on. If you feel like it doesn't last that long, honestly, I think it layers really well with ISOE Super. Just put them on together and you're gonna be fine. Next. So this is my, I'm just gonna do it different. From the house is Rocus. It's Rocus Man EDP. I'm just gonna do it like this. Obviously it goes like this. It's like a lava lamp. This is my most ugly bottle, but this is a really nice sweet coffee, like kind of lavender fragrance, and it's really more cappuccino than coffee. It's got a nice patchouli note to it, but I feel like it cuts through the cold, and every now and then I'll wake up in the morning and, like, for my gym routine and the walk I take, when it's nice and brisk outside, I'll reach for this. Or it's just a really cozy scent for me, and I'm sure like a lot of people find it to be sexy. I'm not really a sweet coffee person or cappuccino note person, but I feel like the way that they use the patchouli in this, it's nice. Nice enough to make this list because I do wear it. And I haven't gotten rid of it, and to be honest, I do get rid of a lot of stuff, so I'll give away anything if I feel like I haven't worn it in a while. But this one, it's just a really cozy fragrance, so I decided it's probably gonna end up staying. Next. All right, this one I've talked about a ton. It's another JV, but I really love the house of John Varvatos, and it's John Varvatos Vintage. This is like grown and sexy, but like even the bottle screams fall. It's got like this kind of like pininess to it, tobacco. It's not a very sweet fragrance, but man, it's a sexy fragrance, and I feel like everyone watching this probably already has this, because this, I think, well, this was my favorite from the house of John Varvatos, but ever since smelling this and this becoming like pretty much my favorite cheapie and one of my top 10 for life at this point, this is number 2. But from the house of John Varvatos, even number 2, that's a must-have, because John Varvatos fragrances are really good. Like, I haven't smelled any that I don't like. I wear all of my John Varvatos, and teal would be my number 3, Artisan Teal. Artisan Teal is so good. Yeah, they don't perform as much, but if you're not looking for a fragrance that blasts off your skin, the house of John Varvatos is super inexpensive, and they all smell so good. Next. All right, so I don't know if this is a cheapie anymore, but it really goes, like, it fluctuates in price and availability, but it is still a really, really nice one. Sweet and spicy, from the house of Mercedes-Benz. It's Select Night. friend of mine put me onto this years ago. It smells really good. Again, sweet, spicy. Yeah, I think it's actually pretty sexy too. Definitely watch my video on this. I don't like keeping these videos long, and I feel like they get pretty long. So I'm not gonna do that next. All right, I'm not gonna say too much on this. This is Azzaro Wanted by Night. I think the level I have this bottle at will tell you, because I don't think I decanted this at all, because I actually have a travel spray of this already. It's got a freshness, but it's got a nice spice to it, like a little kick. I like Wanted, but I like this volumes more. Out of the Wanted line, this is my favorite. It is so nice. This is another one that anytime I wear it, someone compliments it, because it's really good and it's a super people pleaser. Yeah, if I wasn't already wearing something, I would spray this on right now, but beautiful freshness with a spicy kick, and again, it's very people pleasing. There is a spice in this that not everybody agrees with, so I mean, literally go to any store, Ulta, Macy's, whatever, try it on your skin, see what you think, but it's really difficult to dislike this one in my opinion. Next. Now these four I don't think I've done a video on. This one I might have though, so I'll just go ahead and get it out of the way. First, from the house of Jesus Del Pozo, it's Halloween Man, the original. If you like something sweet and a little powdery, like 1 Million, this gets pretty close. I think this has more of a youthful kick to it, but it's really good. It's really ironic. I have almost all of the 1 Million line. I don't have the newest one. I have Elixir, but whatever came out after Elixir, I didn't like enough to buy. I forgot what that one's called, but whatever. And then the new Oud one, I'm not gonna buy anything with Oud in it because I don't care about Oud. I know the rest of you do. I don't. If Oud comes off woody, I like it, but if it comes off like actual Oud, pass. And if Oud is gonna come off woody, like something like, you know, in a designer, I don't feel like there's any purpose in having that. Why would I do that if I already have woody fragrances? It's very silly. So I don't mess with that. However, this guy right here and the 1 Million line I love, and I have this and another dupe of 1 Million, Armaf Tag Prestige M. I like them both and I wear them both quite a bit in the fall because I just really love the scent profile. I actually think they work a little different. That one's a little bit more powdery than this. This is sweeter. This I feel like also is a little bit louder, so I wear them differently, but I like them both. I really like that scent profile. I know that it's pretty old, but the next one is older, so next. All right, so you guys already know I'm not the biggest vanilla fan, but I like this enough to have from the house of Givenchy is Givenchy Pie. Guys, I really like this one. Let's spray it. All right. This is actually like kind of a sexy vanilla. It's not super loud, but it's date night like benzoin sexy. Yeah, this is one like for more intimate occasions, but I really dig it, and it's really dirt cheap for what it is. I mean, the thing is, if I were you, I would buy it because it kind of seems like a lot of things in the designer realm are getting discontinued, and this is one that I honestly think will get discontinued. Why? Because a lot of people wear it, and it seems like they figure out what people wear and they're like, let's get rid of it immediately. Or they just stop selling it and then they bring it back years later. This is gonna be a really quick story. I went to the store that I go to today that I end up getting like really good deals on fragrances from. It's not always, but every now and then I'll luck out with something. Like I went home with a couple bottles of Acqua di Gio Profumo a couple weeks ago for a really good deal, and today I went and I was like, oh, there's nothing new. And then the same thing that happened with the Profumos, I looked to my right and I'm like, is that Ralph Lauren Purple Label? And they're like, yeah, we got a bunch of it this week. And I was like, I thought that was discontinued. So I go online, it's not discontinued, but you can only get it on the Ralph Lauren site for $125. That was readily available at discounters a while ago. I paid more than I wanted to for it, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie, it smells so good. But I kind of see that happening with this because it feels like it's been happening, like all my Prada stuff went to that, which, speaking of that, next. Not a product fragrance, but from the house of Ted Lapidus. It's Ted Lapidus Poker Face. I got sent a sample of this by my friend Joe. Shout out to Unaverage Joe. And the first time I smelled it, I was like, this smells, I'm gonna spray it again. This smells like Prada L'Homme Intense had a baby with La Nuit de l'Homme. I think people compare it to something else, maybe just La Nuit de l'Homme. But if you really smell it, it definitely smells like both, and I love it. It is so sick. And I'm telling you, every time I smell it, I'm like, it's like a love child of La Nuit de l'Homme and Prada L'Homme Intense. Both bangers. And it's dirt cheap. When I got it, it was like maybe 20 bucks. Maybe less. I don't know. It was a couple years ago. I don't think I've done a video on this, but I think I need to. But it's a really, really good one. If you don't have it and you want just like an easy date night fragrance for the fall specifically, grab this. And if you want me to review any of the ones I haven't reviewed yet, just tell me, I'll do it. I'm getting back into the groove of things. It's not going to be super fast because, you know, as you can tell, like I am finally like putting stuff up on the walls. I'm doing stuff around the house. I'm trying to make my house a little bit more homey. So I've been really focused on that. But I'm going to eventually be done doing that to the house and I'll be able to post more next. All right, so this last one, if you like Jazz Club and you want like a more grown-up version of Jazz Club, which is already fairly grown up, you gotta check out Arami's Special Blend. Where I bought this, it was like cosmetics outlet, something like that. I bought it and like the week later I went and I bought 2 more bottles. It could have been less than a week later because I liked it that much. I was like, just in case. I know Arami's like comes and goes. I think this one you can get pretty cheap online. It is definitely old school. So you have to like old school fragrances, and I'm not gonna sell it as something that's not old school. So please know that. Don't be like, oh, it's modern. It's not. It is like if you took Jazz Club and made it old school. Your grandfather probably has a bottle of this. It doesn't mean I don't think it smells really good, because I do. I don't always love old school fragrances, but sometimes I really do. And this is not gonna be everyone's cup of tea. You need to smell this before you buy it. Out of this entire list, I would actually say this is the hardest one to blind buy. But if you blind buy and you don't like it, you give it to your grandfather, and I bet you he's gonna like it. Again, I like it. I only wear it at home because it's got that like old school masculine feel. So it's really like more of a cozy nighttime fragrance for me. But for a guy in a suit, I feel like this is something. I always say comment down below if you've tried any of these. Specifically, if you've tried this one, comment down below and let people know what you think. Because I feel like this is the one that's like more like, it's old school. Actually, let me read you the notes. All right, the notes of this are cinnamon, clary sage, bergamot, whiskey, cypriol oil, basically like kind of like a aromatic, woody, Virginian cedar, amber tonic, cashmere, and tonka bean. And it is, what years did this come out? Oh, it's a 4.25 on there. That's actually surprising because I feel like they're so harsh on stuff. It's a woody, whiskey, amber, warm, spicy cinnamon fragrance. I don't get a ton of cinnamon, but it is nice. And that score is like higher than I would imagine. I think it should still be readily available. But it came out in, what year? 2019. May have come out in 2019. This smells old. It smells dated to me. But in my opinion, it is so nice. So easy to dress up. And if you like Jazz Club, but you're like, I want something in that realm, like the sexy grown, but like more grown, this is it. And this is way more like, in my opinion, needs to be dressed up. If you've tried it, again, comment down below. If you tried any of these and you want to let people know what you think, comment down below. Because, I mean, I've mentioned this a million times. People read the comments. I definitely read the comments. And I usually will try to grab your suggestions if you guys suggest anything. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like this video if you liked it. Be subscribed to my channel. Hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop another video. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!